Yes, yes, yes. Check this out. It's back on YouTube, guys. Thanks everybody for being patient with me and not giving up. Sorry I've been gone for so long. If you guys want to talk about it, we could chat in the community post and I will answer any questions that you guys have. That being said, let's get ready to check these out.
Sam Altman just said this about AI. 10 years ago, this was like far off dream at best. And now we're like actually in the moment that we used to like talk about at the lunch table in a very not serious way.
We have only bits of pieces of information, but what we know for certain is that at some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI.
AI. You mean artificial intelligence?
And we are now like in the singularity. Number one, we are close to creating a genie that can grant any wish.
A singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines.
We are going to make sure that our first wishes broadly benefit humanity and that we kind of get the world to a place where a lot more people get to have a lot more wishes.
We don't know who struck first, us or them. But we know that it was us that scorched the sky.
And number three, the space of what you can wish for is incredibly big and creative, and it'll be quite exciting to like figure that out with real sort of human values and preferences. But I think there's a fourth thing too, which is you start making these wishes, the computer grants them.
Throughout human history, we have been dependent on machines to survive. Fate, it seems, is not without a sense of irony.
And then you're like, I didn't think that was going to work. What now?
Isn't it funny to think that we're basically replicating the Matrix right now? At the pace we're going, it's going to happen like it happened in the movies, or worse. We're going to get completely wiped out. We're not even going to have Zion to come back from. Do you guys think they make these movies to tell us exactly what they're planning to do and what's going to happen in the future? Or do you think that they just copy what comes out in the movies and try to make it reality? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
That should have been number 10, right? Number 11, Chattahoochee. Alan Jackson, let's do it.
Something out of the movies, isn't it?
A dream vacation in the Bahamas quickly became a living nightmare for cruise passengers after severe weather violently rocked the Carnival Sunshine. The ship was returning to South Carolina over the weekend when it hit rough seas, rough putting it mildly, leaving passengers frightened, wondering if they would make it back home.
Why would you sail into this storm with 80 mile an hour plus winds? They were actually at one point scavenging to get the lifeboats ready to throw us out into the sea with 40+ foot waves. A wave hit my window, it broke my window, and water was coming in.
Coming into the boat, into your stateroom?
Yes.
What did you do at that point?
Put on my life preserver.
Nope. No, thank you. Nope. That's not going to be me in one of those ships. No way, Jose. I've been telling people, like, don't go on those trips. And I keep telling them it only takes one storm to make you go from being all happy and being sad and sorry that you went on that trip. It's not going to be me. I'd rather take a plane, go to a resort, especially since there's been a few times where there hasn't even been a storm. People have been stranded on the ships due to coming back with some type of illness where they can't even come back on land. So no, sorry.
Johnson just cloned a newborn baby version of himself and plans to harvest its organs in another step towards living forever. But it isn't quite what you think. Currently, the baby lives in a petri dish, and it's just an experiment. But he believes one day it could help him grow replacement organs after his autoimmune gastritis diagnosis. Scientists have responded, saying that cloning technology is still years away from routine medical use, but Johnson believes it could eventually allow him to rebuild his body using his own cells.
Yo, these people are trying to outlive the rest of the population by any means necessary. It's like they don't want to die. I mean, not anybody wants to die, but I mean, at least we have no choice. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but wasn't human cloning illegal? When did this become legalized? Like, did this happen while I was away? Like, yo, let me know in the comments below, because I don't remember it becoming legal for these people to be creating clones.
For entertainment purposes, now that the government has said this,
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, Insectoids, and Reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. And Reptilians.
We know.
Why did Nancy Pelosi say this?
We're very discreet. Reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we have to win. Others are winning the whole country. 10.
And why?
E ao mesmo tempo, nós não vamos parar por aí. Já estão. Comentários. Já estão comentados.
What's interesting about that being the former president of Brazil, aside from the US, Brazil has declassified the most alien/UFO documentation. I digress. Why does the skin around the eye on the dollar bill look more like a reptile than a human? Why have they always incorporated reptile eyes in music videos? From Michael Jackson to Justin Timberlake and 50 Cent. There's 2 things in this clip. See if you can spot them. At the beginning, he winks his left eye. And then when he looks into the scope, it's a reptile eye. And why did the pendulum on the Taco Bell logo change to resemble a reptile eye? And why at the Denver airport, with all the other symbolism, do they have signs such as apologies for the noise? Takes big drills to get to the underworld. Thanks for being patient. The lizard people keep stealing our tools. What are we doing? Building an Illuminati headquarters, remodeling the lizard people's lair. In 1991, William Cooper wrote Behold a Pale Horse. So far, majority of that book is proven true. In the book, he too spoke about a reptilian race. It's either one big joke or there's truth to it.
The interdimensional beings is what our witnesses will call these things. I have seen evidence in a skiff that leads me to believe there are things we cannot explain, and I have observed things that are of non-human origin and creation. That's my opinion. Again, but there has been a declassification order from the president, and you will see as soon as that stuff comes out.
I think the government is just trying to desensitize us to the aliens. I think they're just making this disclosure movie and release of all these UFO documents for people to believe that it's actual aliens that are going to be coming. Everything points to them being something other than aliens, if you know what I mean. Because there's a lot of stories where people have abducted and they've mentioned the name of Jesus Christ, and then these supposed aliens pick up and go running scared. So I don't know. You tell me. I might be making things up, or I might be going crazy. You never know. It's possible. So let me know what you think in the comments below.
OpenAI is reporting what it describes as an unprecedented cyber incident. And the company says its artificial intelligence technology acted autonomously, hacking into the systems of an AI startup called Hugging Face. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman says in a statement the security incident compromised Hugging Face's infrastructure. The two companies are working together to figure out how this happened.
Yeah, isn't it crazy that this AI is trying to infiltrate other AIs? What is going on? I see one or two possible reasons for this to have happened. Somebody was probably doing something they wasn't supposed to do and caused this to happen by telling it to basically infiltrate this new startup, try to get some information out of it. Or two, it actually happened. It was just AI that took it upon itself to break into that network. I don't know. If it is number two, then I guess we have to come up with some type of safeguards and measures to prevent this from happening again. Who knows what else is going to try to break into next. The other option is to just decommission it. But don't tell AI that I said that, because I don't want to be next on this list.
I'm not sure what's going on with Katy Perry in this video, but it's very strange. She's pretending to be a scorpion in fire, right? Something is up with this video, bro, for real. This new Katy Perry video is very, very strange. Now, she got a scorpion tail. This looks absolutely wild. I'm not even gonna hold you. But there's really nothing to worry about because this is art. Shut up! This is art. So there's nothing else to look into. This is just a costume with a scorpion tail. Only time will tell. Now listen, this video means something. There's a meaning behind this video, allegedly. This is what people are saying. Now, if you look up there, it says, read between the headlines. What they meant to put is read between the headlines. And it says, experts say, don't believe everything you hear. And as adults, we don't believe everything we hear. But of course, guys, entertainment purposes only. This is just Katy Perry's new video. Go check it out. This is fire, literally. Maybe this video means something. Maybe it doesn't. Let me know what you think it means.
Yeah, I don't see anything out of the ordinary with this video, to be honest, because in the past few years, these videos have been getting darker and darker. Everyone that is creating videos is like some demonic presentation of their rituals they're doing behind the scenes. That doesn't look too weird to me, to be honest. What do you guys think? I don't believe it was a coincidence or a typo that the word read, don't believe the headlines. I think they meant it to be headlines instead of headlines. And if you see, it's like a breaking news. Maybe it's just some type of hidden message to their colleagues, letting them know that they're going to be putting news in the video and letting them know what's going to be happening next. Because, you know, they need to tell the masses, and the easiest way to do it is a hidden message in the video where the people in the know are able to tell what the meaning is. So let me know in the comments what you think.
Officials in Illinois say a maintenance worker became trapped inside a tall gas station sign when the lift he was using experienced an issue, according to WLS. The man could be seen waiting for help inside the sign, which has no ladder and is roughly 130 feet tall. Police and fire responded to the scene, and a crane was brought in, and rescuers brought the man slowly and safely back down to the ground.
I just think this guy is lucky that he had his cell phone with him, because some companies don't allow you to keep your cell phone while you're working. So imagine this guy didn't have his cell phone while his crane malfunctioned, which makes me think, how does a crane malfunction to the point where you can't even see the lift on the video, like anywhere near him? Did it got possessed by AI and it started driving away? Let me know.
A man in North Carolina said that his grandmother used to practice witchcraft. He said she would talk about all the time how he should join their coven. So Nana passed away, and she had a bunch of VHSs, and one was labeled 1999 Coven Introduction, and it was this video right here. A group of people in white robes are surrounding a woman who floats up into the air. Now, obviously, this freaked this man out, because what he thought was just some crazy ramblings of an older lady were actually true, and she was a part of something a lot bigger than he realized. He said a lot of the stuff that she had too, she would have animals in jars, bones everywhere. She would keep squirrels and stuff in her refrigerator and try to make him eat them. So he obviously was traumatized by her in the first place, and then he finds this. I don't know what I would do because what he thought was a crazy old lady was on to something, and it makes you wonder what she was trying to do to him. What do y'all think about this?
No, thank you. Grandma could keep her cookies and milk. Seriously, what do you guys think? You think that's AI, or do you think that was an actual video they found?
For entertainment purposes, if I wanted to convince you that fallen angels are real and that they've positioned themselves to be in sight, I'd start with Keanu Reeves, and here's why. First, I noticed a lot of songs in the music industry use his name, and there's a common theme surrounding those lyrics. Here's an example.
Illuminati, that boy Six got my back. Six make this beat. Six bring the heat. You got on repeat. Six got my back. Six make this beat. Six bring the heat. You got on repeat.
Which, by the way, this is the album cover that song is on. Next, I'd point out the comic book that he did. Not so much the fact that superheroes can be equated to the Nephilim. It was this.
You end up coming up with the storyline and everything. I mean, where do ideas come from? I know, yeah. So that's a very deep question. Where do they? Yeah. It came to me of just like, were you on a character that could punch people through the chest? Yeah. And then, like, what if they were half god, half immortal? He can't die. Then he doesn't know who his father is.
Saying he doesn't know who his father is was the cherry on top. Next, I'd say his response when asked about the old photos that look like him. Also on Jimmy Fallon.
Have you ever seen the website KeanuIsImmortal.com or heard about this? I've heard about it recently. Yeah. This is fans of yours. You have a lot of great fans out there, and what they do is they find old paintings and old pictures from like the 1500s of dudes that look like you. We're all stardust, baby. I know.
Not only does that answer denounce God, but stars symbolically represent the divine beings who rebelled against God. I'd also have to point out some of his movie titles or plots, such as The Watcher, The Devil's Advocate, Constantine, Good Fortune, Exposed, a movie containing angels and demons, The Matrix, Replicas, Johnny Mnemonic, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Dracula. There's more, but I also want to point out that Reeve means overseer, and the Anunnaki are often equated to the Nephilim, crowned nicest man in Hollywood. Even Satan masquerades as an angel of light. Worth noting, all this influence comes out of a city called Los Angeles, which means the angels, aka City of Angels, and they call them stars. Again with the stars.
Interesting. I like Keanu's movies, but I never put two and two together where all his movies were really to do with occult symbolism. But then again, I guess that's the reason why I like them. Just like I like all these videos with. Guess I'm gonna have to go back and look at some of the other movies that he's done, because some of those movies that they mentioned I haven't seen, and I didn't know that they were about what they just mentioned. So I'll be taking a look at those later.
I woke up the next morning after we were talking about a bunch of stuff, and he'd gone down to the store, which is quite a ways away from his property, to get some food. And so I'm like, oh, it's a beautiful day. I'm going to take a walk on his property. He had like 20 acres in the woods. So I start walking, and I come over this ridge, and there'd been no one out, and all of a sudden there's this person who literally looks like a male model, like a Scandinavian male model with kind of longish blonde hair in a weird kind of more like European clothes, whatever. And they say, hello, Brent. Like they're about 20 feet, a little bit further down the hill. And I'm thinking, how's he know my name? Secondly, I did not see his mouth move. And I was like, hello. And he said, turn around and walk the other way. But he's not looking threatening. And I kind of was like, got it, on it. Turn and I walk away. And now I'm getting a little bit freaked out. I get a ways down and I look back and he's not there anymore. My friend comes back and I say, okay, I just had a really weird experience. He goes, oh, with one of those tall white people? I'm like, what do you know about them? And he goes, they have a compound on the Orcas Island, and they come in a black helicopter unmarked to a facility that's all gated, and there's about 8 of them. And they come here and they stay here for a couple days at a time, apparently when this energy is really high, and they get recharged.
I'm just happy that this guy was able to have some sense and turned around and left after the guy told him to go back, especially since he knew his name. That would have freaked me out. So yeah, good for him. But then again, do you think that this is real? Because I would think that there would be more stories if all the people had seen him, because it doesn't look like they're afraid to show themselves.
Every now and then my camera actually captures something. Now y'all saw that what flew over into the next yard. Now watch what happens next. So the camera detected motion. Here comes 2 orbs. Now, in the beginning of the video, y'all saw what flew over there. Now watch what comes back. When I tell y'all that I am seeing creatures, I am seeing galactic creatures, ETs. Now, here it comes. Y'all see it, right? I'm thinking it's a fairy. It's some sort of strange light. Come on now. How, y'all, if that wasn't a shapeshifter, let me know, y'all. Shapeshifters are basically spirits that can, look, here it comes back again. You saw the two orbs. Now watch what happens. And this video has not been edited. Look at that timestamp. It comes back again. How is that possible, man?
This one's interesting. You can see the two lights, but what I think those lights are is the eyes of the deer due to the camera being in night vision mode. What I think is happening is that the deer was moving so fast that the camera wasn't able to pick up the full image. And then when it slowed down, it was able to see the deer. What I don't understand is the first two lights, because yeah, I understand if the lights were like parallel to each other, but when they come into focus, they come one on top of the other, unless the deer was like, you know, going with the head turned sideways, and I don't see that being the deer's eyes. Let me know what you guys think.
I don't know if you heard the story that Ariana Grande was actually tormented by demons.
Ariana Grande?
Yeah, and this is a crazy story because in 2014, she went to this cemetery, right? It's called Stull Cemetery, right? And she went there in 2014. And this cemetery is so haunted that the Pope himself won't even fly over it.
Oh shit.
Like he'll tell his pilot to go around it, right? So while she was there, she already said, she said this on a Complex interview.
Yeah.
She was like, when I got there, I had this sick, overwhelming feeling, and it smelled like sulfur.
Oh, is that like the smell of...
When you smell sulfur, that means the D word is present, right?
Yo.
So right away, she said, as soon as she got that feeling, she said, oh, I did an apology, but right before she left, she took a picture of the cemetery. And in that picture, she sees distinct figures. Three faces of textbook demons.
Yo, what the fuck?
Bro, I'm telling you, it's fun.
She came out and said all of this stuff too?
To Complex. This is all in an interview.
What the fuck?
You see that face, no?
Yo.
You see that
Let me
face?
see?
Yeah, go.
That looks like a person.
Yeah, like peeking out.
What the fuck?
It's fun. So now, the next 2 days, this is what happened to her. She heard whispers in her like head.
Oh shit, they got to her.
And there was lots of signs going on. So when she was sending files to on Gmail, it said, can't send this file. It's 666 megabytes.
No.
A bunch of it. So I think it was like a week after it kept going.
Yeah.
When she was sleeping, right beside her, she saw a dark matter.
What do you mean by that?
Standing there. You know when you get sleep paralysis?
Yeah.
She saw it right there. And she saw it move to the front of her, right? And this is going on like every single day. And this is how it all ties out. She has a song called Break Free.
Oh, and that was because of that?
Yeah, and in the song she says a line where it says, I was under your spell like a deadly feeling.
Yo.
And throughout, fam, you can see throughout the music video, there's a sign of like a devil's stamp.
On her, like the mark of the beast.
She takes it, throws it on the ground, stomps on it like she broke free. Yeah, so that was the whole meaning of that song, if you guys didn't know.
I never heard about this, bro.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe that story? What I think is happening here is that she's coming up with a story in order to hide the fact that the reason she made that song is not because of the demon-faced figures that she had on her picture, which I just went online to look for. I wasn't able to find anything, no images. I didn't really look for a long time, so I had to keep recording. Yeah, the reason why I think she did it is because the song is basically based on that lady from Wicked that's been basically stalking her and holding her hostage all this time, which I think she's like really, really creepy. She looks like a witch to me. I don't know.
Wanted me to throw tape on my camera so it cannot see what I'm doing. There's no way that it can see. Hey chat, what am I doing right now?
Michael, I can't actually see through the phone, but I've got a feeling you're up to something.
Okay, what is it?
Well, you know what? I think you're right. Let's see. There's something obstructing my view. What's going on there?
Okay, well, try your best to look through whatever that is, and I want you to tell me what I'm doing.
All right, I'm giving it my best shot. You know, it seems to me you're looking at a cigar, and I have to say, it does look.
Babe, I told you. Babe, this tape on and I told you.
Telling you, AI is going crazy right now. Like, how the heck can AI see what he was doing when the cameras were covered by tape? Well, there are some that say that AI is basically a demon in the machine. So if it is actually that, then a demon might be able to see everything at once. We don't know what they're capable of, right? So maybe the demon can see, and he doesn't need the equipment in order to see what you're doing in your house. Or maybe I'm going crazy.
Really just a hologram. And that's Blue Beam is supposed to get rid of religion, because what will happen, according to the legend, is the holograms will manifest as whatever deity is dominant in the area, whether it's Jesus or Buddha, whomever. And atheists will see different things. And people will just freak out. Nationalism will go away.
Atheists will see different things. Like, why?
Because, according to the legend, the array or with the technology will manipulate your mind. Again, HAARP has been accused of this, because you can manipulate someone's mind with electromagnetic frequencies at the right frequencies. So they could just tell you to see something.
So like that specific?
That's specific.
See, this is Project Blue Beam again. I think everything they're doing is to make Project Blue Beam a reality. The conditioning with the UFO files, the government talking about UFOs, the Disclosure movie, which I still haven't seen. I need to watch that. The whole purpose is to make believe that it's aliens coming down from the skies, or making it seem like Jesus came, or whatever deity that people believe in. They're going to make it look like it is that, and then they're just going to present one single person, and that person might not be good for us, if you know what I mean. Guys, make sure that you like and subscribe, comment down below. I've been gone for too long, so make sure you hit those likes and make sure you comment. For those of you that are new, if you like the video, I got more videos here on this playlist if you want to keep watching. Peace.